guys? I'm here with another video. Sorry I haven't been able to post for a while, but the playoffs are upon us. Baltimore and San Fran Niners with the 1 seed. Dallas and Buffalo with the 2 seed. Kansas City and Detroit with the 3 seed. Houston and Tampa Bay with the 4 seed. Cleveland and the Eagles, who are my favorite team, with the 5 seed. Miami and the Rams with the 6 seed. Pittsburgh and Green Bay with the 7 seed. Both of them just barely squeaked into the playoffs.
Here we go, Steelers. Here we go.
Okay, now me and my friend, he's subscribed to the channel. We're gonna do some playoff predictions. First up, Green Bay, Dallas. For my prediction for this one, I think it's gonna be 23-21. I think Dak Prescott shows a little bit of his older self against this young and amazing Green Bay Packers defense. I think he's gonna throw a pick on the game-winning drive. And I just think that also the Packers offense is barely going to be able to move the ball, but they're going to capitalize off of the run game against this weak run team.
I think Dallas is going to win 28-21 here. And I think it's going to be, they're going to go on a game-winning drive. And Dallas goes on a game-winning drive. And I think they actually miss a field goal, so they have to go for 2. Yeah.
That's not how it works.
Oh, shoot, I did that math wrong. Okay,
well, whatever. Who cares? But Pittsburgh Buffalo. This is gonna be an interesting game. I think this is like a game that everyone thinks it's gonna be like a blowout, but I think it's gonna be pretty close. I think that Buffalo just barely wins 14-10. I think Josh Allen's gonna show a little bit of his older self, throwing more interceptions like he has this year. And, he's going to struggle to move the ball against this amazing Pittsburgh defense. But I think it's going to be the same with the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. I don't think they're going to be able to move the ball really effectively on this also good Bills defense. I think I already said my final score.
I'm a bit biased because I'm a Steelers fan, but I would like to believe that the Steelers. I was at the preseason game, and in the starting gates, the opening gates, when all starters were starting, Steelers came off with a hot start with 14-0 off the bat, and all teams were starting, and all people were starting, and I like to say, I think the Steelers take this. I think that they could make some big plays, and maybe George Pickens won't throw any tantrums and be a little drama queen. I think that they could pull out on top.
Okay, how about Detroit, Los Angeles? The Matthew Stafford revenge game.
Los Angeles wins.
Yeah, I think LA just barely pulls away in this one. I think just that amazing that amazing defense. Well, not amazing, but I think Aaron Donald finds his way around this pretty good O-line with Frank Ragnow and Penei Sewell, but I think that it's going to be a big Jahmyr Gibbs game for Detroit. It's going to be a big Puka Nacua game because Matthew Stafford, you best believe that Matthew Stafford is going to be slinging that rock. So I think that Los Angeles comes out with a win here, 21-24.
I could not agree more. I love an underdog, and I love Puka right now. Puka, in my opinion, is in my top 5 non-Steeler players that are favorite. Mr. Puka Fat or Puka Chubby. Mr. Chubby, yeah, I like him.
Okay, now let's talk about Miami, Kansas City. Kansas City won this game earlier in the season off in Germany, but something tells me that this Chiefs offense just isn't what it used to be.
It is not functioning the same as last year. It is not playing to the same caliber. So I think that they're probably going to lose, but...
So I think that Patrick Mahomes only throws one interception, but it's because Kadarius Toney gives the ball to the defender instead of catching it.
In this season.
But I think this is going to be a high-scoring game because I think the Chiefs will come away with 28 points, and all of those touchdowns are to Taylor Swift's boyfriend. And Miami is going to have 5 touchdowns going. Miami's going to have 5 touchdowns. I think Tyreek Hill's going to have 4. One on that wide receiver screen pass that never works for them. And it'll finally work. And one, and just the rest of them just deep balls, just Tua chucking it up because it's Tyreek. And other ones like Jalen Waddle also doing pretty good, just torching the defender. Yeah, KC corners are going to be in for a lot.
Yeah. Let's see.
Let's move on to Philly, Tampa Bay. Now, I don't know if my Eagles are going to be able to pull this one off. Man, they just lost to the Cardinals and the Giants in 2 straight weeks, but I think that hopefully Philly just pulls off this upset. Well, I don't think it'll be an upset in like a really close game where Jake Elliott comes in the clutch. I think it's going to be 17-14. Eagles barely come out with this one.
I would like to say here that, let's see. I think that Mike Evans is going to have a gigantic game here and is going to end up, I think he'll have maybe like 1 or 2 touchdowns. But they don't really seem to be, Baker Mayfield doesn't seem to be passing to Mike Evans often. Like, in a few past games, he's only had like 2 receptions. I don't think they use him to his full caliber.
Yeah. So who do you think's coming out with this one?
I'm going to say Buccaneers. I'm just playing around. I just want to see if you got mad. Actually, I think Eagles are going to step their game back up, and I think they're going to pull out.
Realistically, I think the Buccaneers have a pretty good shot to win this, but I think Philly barely comes out with it. Now, Cleveland, Houston. I think we're in for a treat here. I think the last time they played was like week 16, I think. Yeah, week 16. Week 16, the Cleveland Browns had 35 points, and I think the Texans only had 21. But that Texans team was really injured. It had no C.J. Stroud, no Nico Collins, no Tank Dell, just a beat up offense, man.
I think C.J. Stroud shows what he's worth here.
I think since everyone's healthy now, besides Tank Dell, I think he's still on IR. But I think this is going to be a deep passing shootout. And Nico Collins has 200 reception yards. I hated Nico Collins all season because I had Tank Dell in my fantasy team. But now I think he is just going to step up his game, and he's going to get a lot of deep balls from C.J. Stroud's amazing deep accuracy. And Joe Flacco is going to be slinging that rock.
Can I just quickly step this back to Steelers for a second?
Yeah.
I would just like to highlight Mason Rudolph on this. He hasn't thrown one interception in like 3 weeks.
Nice, but I think that Houston wins this game. Houston wins it by game-winning field goal. I think the score is going to be... I think the score is going to be 38-35, the same score of my Super Bowl that the Eagles lost. I still don't like that. So I'm set. Oh wait, hold on. Well, I'll let you.
I think Houston wins, but I think it's going to be 28-14. Houston wins.
So I'm saying for my divisional round, it's going to be Green Bay, San Francisco, and Philly, Detroit. I mean Philly, Los Angeles. And for my AFC divisional round, I'm saying it's going to be Miami and Baltimore, and Buffalo and Houston. And what you're saying for the NFC playoff picture is Philly, Dallas, and LA, San Francisco. And what you're saying for the AFC playoff picture is Pittsburgh Ravens and Pittsburgh versus Baltimore, and Houston versus.
We beat them twice this season with their full roster too the first time.
And Houston, Baltimore. Houston, Miami.
Yep.
So those are our playoff predictions. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of our video. And we'll try to be back on the podcast soon. Hopefully my Eagles will win. And I hope whatever team you like wins, except if it's Tampa Bay or Dallas.
Or the Bills.
Well, that's for you, but...
Bills country sucks.
Bills Mafia is overrated. Goodbye.